What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Walking Dead episode review. So, another week, and more like all-out war, but out action. What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Walking Dead review. So, in the comics, it was all-out war. This time in the show, it's all-out bore as we head towards the war, but it is just boring. It's drawn out, it's dragged out, kicking and screaming, and quite frankly, they really need to have some focus here. I really do understand what they're doing with these whole things with Richard, with the kingdom, as they head towards this decision of going to war with and helping Alexandria. But it's just gone on forever. Understandably, Ezekiel needs to get to the point where he thinks that war will actually help his group. It is just going on forever. We've had what seems like the same scenes, the encounters with the Saviours, non-stop. Each time we see them, they're doing that. And it just gets a bit long in the tooth, and it feels like it's not really actually going anywhere. So we had Morgan this episode. This is a very Morgan-centric episode, despite it actually being set in the kingdom. We learn or show that Richard, he wants to actually set a tinderbox alight with the Saviours here and completely and utterly cause something to make a change, which is understandable. And really, he's gone about it completely the wrong way, of course, here, by causing the death of Benjamin. And Morgan goes medieval on his ass. He goes old school Morgan. Finally, Morgan is actually an interesting character, but, well, it never actually goes anywhere with him. We see him have flashbacks or remembrances of his past life, and we're getting that kind of crazy guy back who wants to do some good, albeit it's taken a long, bloody time. I mean, we had the Reverend there as well, finally, I think it was last week or the week before, where he actually went out there and wanted to make a change and fix things, and actually will be willing to do anything. And this is what we're finding out as the show goes on. They're learning to really, or actually wanting to do anything to fix things, which is important, of course, because you can't be pussyfooting around Negan whatsoever. But this episode just went on for absolutely ages, meandering around the point that Ezekiel is going to go towards war. We had a death which no one cares about. I don't care one bit or give a shit about, which says a lot about the fleshing out of these characters, to be honest, doesn't it? We've got Carol finally learn what's happening. Why no one's actually told her is I don't really get why they haven't told her. They're keeping this awesome character in the dark and keeping her in her own little cottage for some reason, and it just being completely out of the way, which we've seen less of Daryl, we've seen less of Carol. A lot of the cool characters we like aren't really being involved in the show, which is a real downside. We don't learn much about the Walking Dead's kingdom. We don't learn what their society's like. We only really see the Knights. And I would like to learn more about this whole society and understand why they're not willing to go to war so easily to stop, and really why they're so eager to accept these poor deals from Negan himself. So we're going to be leading into all-out war as time goes by. Only not long really left for the rest of the season, and I'm really hoping that we get some proper, good, human-on-human violence, because at the end of the day, the humans are the Walking Dead, and I want to see some proper kick-ass fights going on and see a change here and head towards some of the cool storylines that we had in the comics. But the problem is, like someone said on my Twitter feed, the shows only really have about 19 to 20 minutes of storylines, and the rest is just absolutely padding and exposition, which just doesn't really needed whatsoever. So I was a bit disappointed this week. I'm growing tiresome. It's making me not want to watch the rest. The shows is turning really into the pacing of Fear the Walking Dead, which was absolutely awful. But let's hope all out war and more Negan is needed. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.